Recently, I had a client come to my office who had a multi-nine-figure dispute. He was getting sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. And this case was in a different state other than California. He already had an attorney and a law firm working on it. In fact, he had multiple attorneys from this law firm, which was a prominent law firm, working on his case. And he just didn't have the confidence that they were really creative enough to get him the results that he needed. Unfortunately, he was facing a situation where his entire life's savings was at stake. Everything he had built over decades as a businessman, his family's future was at stake, and he was looking for somebody who would step in and provide a creative, effective, and efficient solution. I'm attorney Parag Amin, and my law firm, Law PLA, and I help business owners protect their business, their livelihood, and their legacy. So when he came to my office, he felt that the attorneys representing him just weren't being creative. They were pushing him to settle and pay substantial amounts of money in the case, and he didn't feel it was justified. He didn't think that they were being aggressive, and in fact, that they weren't willing to push it all the way through trial, and that's why they were asking him to just pay out and settle a case that he felt was really unfair. That's why he came to me and he said, Parag, can you help me with this case? Can you give me an assessment? So we sat down, we looked at the case overall, and I reviewed the documents, which was hundreds and hundreds of pages of discovery and other documents, and we created a game plan. And I told him, look, if you bring me and my law firm into this case, this is exactly what we're gonna do. Here's the plan, here's how I would approach it. He appreciated it, he appreciated the candor, and he appreciated that I wanted to do what was best for him rather than what was just best for me or easy for me. Ultimately, I am happy to report that even though the attorneys that he had before my law firm representing him, they were working on the case for years, I'm happy to report that we got the case successfully resolved where he didn't pay anything, but in fact, he ended up getting paid 7 figures in the case to get the case resolved, and that's the difference. We stepped in and got it done in less than 9 months, start to finish, and in fact, we were brought in to supervise the other attorneys. The other law firm still stayed on the case, but my firm and I were brought in as the head attorneys, as lead counsel, to litigate and try the case. We ended up taking all of the discovery and depositions that we needed to get the case favorably resolved. We pushed at every angle. We pushed for motions to get discovery and information when the other side was trying to hide it. And that is what makes all the difference. Having an attorney who cares, who pushes your case forward, who is willing to take the risks and put in the time to understand your case, to understand your situation, and to do everything he can to get an efficient and effective outcome is exactly what you need for yourself and your business. If you have questions or a dispute, a business dispute, or a legal issue, feel free to reach out to me in my office. We're happy to talk about it with you to see how we can help you.